Hi everyone, Anthony Morganti here. Many of you probably know that a few days ago I did a video demonstrating some of the new features found in the latest version of Lightroom Classic. That's Lightroom Classic version 12. If you haven't seen that video, I'll have a link to it in the description below this video. One thing I don't think I mentioned in that video is that when you do update your Lightroom from version 11 to version 12, it's going to prompt you to update the catalog as well. Lightroom 12 will not run unless it updates the older catalog. Now, for the vast majority of photographers, this goes without a hitch. Unfortunately, there are some photographers that run into an issue. Lightroom 12 will not update that older catalog. It says there's something wrong and it can't do anything, and it just leaves you hanging. It doesn't give you any options to try to fix anything or try to do something different. So, in today's video, I'm going to give those folks that are having this issue some things they could try to hopefully make it work. Now, I can't guarantee this is going to work, but hopefully this might help. First of all, for years, I've been saying that you should set up your Lightroom so that it creates sidecar XMP files. By default, Lightroom won't do that. If you do, though, turn this option on, what will happen is as you're doing your edits in Lightroom, there'll be a little sidecar file next to the image, and it's .xmp. It has the image name .xmp. That file contains all your edits. It also contains the star information, like if you gave it 3 stars, if you gave it a pick flag, and color labels, and metadata information, you know, your name and copyright and all that stuff. It's all in that little XMP file. If you set up your Lightroom to create that little XMP file, what you can do, forget about that old catalog. Just go up to, in Lightroom, go up to File, New Catalog, create a new catalog, give it a name, then open up that new catalog, then import all those images into Lightroom. All your edits will come with it because they're in the XMP file. All the metadata will come with it, star ratings, color labels, all that stuff. Your copyright, anything you've written in metadata will come with it. I'm not sure if keywords will come with it though. And I do know that if you do have anything in a collection, you'll lose your collections. So it isn't perfect, but at least you didn't lose your edits. Now, I mentioned that Lightroom by default doesn't have this set to on, so you have to do it. You do it through catalog settings. If you have a Mac, Catalog Settings is under the Lightroom Classic menu. If you have a PC, it's under the Edit menu. Open up Catalog Settings and go to the last tab, Metadata. Right here, the third choice down, automatically write changes into XMP. Check that. Now, if you've had Lightroom running for a while and you have several thousand images in it, and you just check this right now, when you close this down, it will create those XMP files in the background. So it may take, depending on how big or how many images you have in your Lightroom library, it may take a while for it to create all these XMP files for all those images that you have in your Lightroom library. But eventually, it will create all of them. And then going forward, as you import new images, it will create the XMP right away. And it will then, when you do edits, put the edits in that XMP file. And it also puts the edits in the catalog as well. A lot of people don't like to create the XMP files because that's an extra file on your computer, even though they're very small. I think they're like kilobytes, so they're very small. But you just have a bunch of files now that, on your system. Also, some people think it slows down Lightroom. I don't think so. I mean, it does have to write the edit to the catalog and to the XMP file. But I mean, most computers nowadays are so fast, you're not going to notice the difference. So, if you listen to me and not those other guys that say don't turn that on, and you have that on, then you're golden. You're just going to lose your basically, if you had any collection set up, your collections won't be there, and some other probably settings in Lightroom, but at least you're not totally dead in the water. Okay, now let's say you didn't write those XMP files. What can you do? Well, what I suggest you do is roll back your Lightroom to the previous version, then open that catalog, and then you could test the integrity of the catalog and hopefully fix it in that older version of Lightroom. Now, let me show you how to do that. Now, right now I have Lightroom Classic version 12 here. Let's just pretend that I opened it and I tried to convert my catalog and it won't convert the catalog, so I don't have any images here. So I'm dead in the water. I can't do anything. So what I would do is close this down. I'm just going to minimize it, but close down Lightroom Classic version 12. Then open up your Creative Cloud. To do that, just open up your Creative Cloud and then go to where it says All Apps and find Lightroom Classic in your apps. Now I have a bunch of apps, but Lightroom Classic right here, right? Go to the far right, click on these three dots, see where it says Other Versions, click right there, and now you could roll this back to an older version, 11.5, 11.4.1, 11.4, 11.3.1, and so on. Now, if your Lightroom ran perfectly with the previous version, that would be 11.5, then click right here and install that. I'm not going to do it, but install it. Now, once you have it installed, that version of Lightroom should be able to read that catalog that cannot be converted. So, once you have that installed, open up that version of Lightroom, and it should open that catalog fine, right? Now, let's just pretend that this is Lightroom 12, but let's pretend this is Lightroom 11.5. Now what I would do is I would test the integrity and optimize the catalog. Unfortunately, you can't test the integrity of the catalog just by a menu item. You have to back up the catalog. Now you can optimize the catalog by a menu item. You could go up to File and then down to Optimize Catalog. But we want to test the integrity, because when you test the integrity of the catalog, if there is an issue with the catalog, it gives you a prompt to fix the issue. That's the only way you could fix the issue. And then you'll just basically click a button, and then Lightroom will do what it needs to do to hopefully fix the problem with the catalog. It doesn't work every time, all right, but it works most of the time. So if you have a problem with Lightroom 12 not being able to convert that catalog, it may be because that catalog has an issue. So what you should do, roll back your Lightroom to 11.5, then go up to the catalog settings again. And again, if you have a Mac, it's under Lightroom Classic. If you have PC, it's under the Edit menu. Go to Catalog Settings, go to the first tab, and at the bottom, see where it says Backup Catalog? Right now I have it once a week when exiting Lightroom. Change that to when Lightroom next exits. Then close that down. Now, close down Lightroom. So I'll click and quit Lightroom. It's going to prompt me to back up the catalog. Now, make sure these two checkboxes are checked. Test integrity before backing up. That's the most important one, because if it finds a problem, it will prompt you to fix it. So make sure that's checked, and then optimize catalog after backing up. All right, so just back up. Now, I don't have a problem with my catalog, so it's not going to find a problem. But at this point where it says checking catalog integrity, if it finds a problem, another box will pop up and it will say, we found a problem with the catalog. Fix it, and then it will have a button to fix it. Click that. Then let it do its thing. It's going to optimize the catalog next, copy the catalog, all that stuff. Then once that's all done, click on that zipped file to unzip that catalog. So you have that catalog. That's the catalog you now want to try to convert in Lightroom 12. So open that catalog in Lightroom 11.5. So Lightroom is now pointing at that catalog. All right, so it knows that that's the catalog it wants you to use. Close down Lightroom 11.5, update Lightroom like you did before, just update it to version 12. Then it's going to, when you open it, it's going to prompt you to convert that catalog. Hopefully, it converts that catalog fine. If that doesn't work, I don't know what you could do. You're going to have to call Adobe. If anyone else has a suggestion, feel free to leave your suggestion in the comments below. So hopefully we could help these folks out that are having problems getting their older catalogs converted to version 12. So that's all I got. Hopefully that helps at least somebody out there. Thank you, everyone who watches my videos. I really do appreciate it. Talk to you guys soon.